You're looking live at the U.S. Supreme Court, where pro-abortion activists are planning yet another protest starting in about 15 minutes, as a high-stakes decision on Roe v. Wade could come as early as today. Meanwhile, far-left group Jane's Revenge is not letting up on the threats of violence. Flyers apparently shared by the group seen plotting a night of rage if Roe v. Wade is reversed. Fox News contributor and civil rights attorney Leo Terrell joins us right now. Leo, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. You're a lawyer. You know how this historically has worked. On the day of decisions, the justices gather in the big room and they read the decision. Not with this particular term. Because of the leak, now what they do is they just hit send and people get emailed the response.
Steve, you know, I don't understand how this is being downplayed by the Democrats. A night of rage, as described, let me tell you what that means. That means a night of murder, a night of looting, a night of arson. And what is troubling to me is that you have a political party, the Democrats, looking the other way when it comes to crime in order to achieve a political purpose. What do I mean by that? They want a distraction, Steve. This is not the end of abortion rights. I want to make sure that's clear. It's not the end of abortion rights. And I guarantee you, I ask anyone, why don't you, with all these warnings, have the National Guard out right now?
Right.
Increase the law enforcement presence right now. But you know why? Because the Democrats have allowed crime to go on and to have this type of protest go on for the last 3 years. This is not protest. This is criminal activity sanctioned by the far left.
Well, and to your point, Leo, if the Supreme Court reverses Roe v. Wade with this Mississippi case, essentially what it does is it gives the choice to each state. So if you don't like what your state chooses, then elect new people. That's the way this is supposed to work. But, Leo, the reason they're calling for big protests, if it does not go their way, is because they've gotten away with it so far. You know, there've been all of these protests in front of the homes. Clearly, it's been intimidation. But, you know, if the Supreme Court changes its mind and the ruling is different, then every year people are going to show up at the homes of the Supreme Court justices, because look what they did back in 2022.
You are absolutely correct. First of all, an assassination attempt on a justice, crickets from Joe Biden. And this is what they're trying to accomplish. That's what I said at the outset. They are trying to use violence and intimidation to change law. We are a nation of law. Roe v. Wade should be overturned. I mean, this case should be overturned. And you stated it correctly. I want to make sure this is clear. As a civil rights attorney for 30 years, abortion rights will return to the states. It is not the end of abortion rights. But the Democrats, because of trying to obtain a distraction due to their economic woes, they want to use this case as an attempt to distract. And Steve, I'll tell you right now, this case has no effect on the rights of individuals to seek an abortion throughout this country. It's a political strategy by the Democrats.
Well, and, you know, your point is, you say, never in my lifetime has a political party looked the other way when it comes to something like this.
Absolutely. Look, Steve, look at the last 3 years. They call crime peaceful protest. A night of rage. They are telling the government, they are telling Americans, we're going to burn, loot, murder, and all this. And you know what? We don't have to worry about it, because we got soft on crime prosecutors. We got soft on crime Democratic mayors. We can do whatever we want in the streets. It's outrageous and it's wrong. That's not the way the American political system works.
Well, the decision could come down in the next 2 hours. We'll stand by live at the Supreme Court. Leo,
by the way, Steve,
yes,
Steve, I need one thing. I need you to get me one of those rotisserie chickens for $12.
Leo, it's $12.99. That's $13.
Oh,
and I think you can probably buy them there in the state where gas is like $25 a gallon.
Absolutely.
Man. All right, Leo, thank you very much. Wide-ranging conversation.